Today, we're sitting down with DeVon Franklin, the powerhouse producer behind Netflix's Ruth and Boaz. You don't want to miss this one because Kingdom Builder starts right now. Hey everyone, I'm Mike Laxton with Kingdom Builder, and today I'm honored to be speaking with DeVon Franklin, the acclaimed producer, author, and spiritual leader behind some of the most inspiring faith-based films in Hollywood. Today we're diving into his latest project, Netflix's Ruth and Boaz. DeVon, welcome to Kingdom Builder.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. We just really thank you so much for joining us, and definitely want to get into some of this new movie that's out now. But can you just share with us a little bit about what inspired you to, bring Ruth and Boaz to life in this modern retelling of the biblical story?
Yeah, I just wanted to do a love story. I really wanted to do a love story. I just feel like we haven't had a love story in a long time, and I don't even know if there's been an inspirational or faith-based love story in a long, long time. So that's what I wanted to do. And I thought that, when you look at the book of Ruth and you look at how her love story unfolds, there's a reason why it has stood the test of time. And there's a reason why for generations, so many men and women have found inspiration in the story of Ruth and Boaz. And so I just want to do a film to help bring this almost like our cultures together, and to also just, have a film that can put love fully on display.
It is one of the most probably well-known love stories in the Bible for sure. But how did you kind of look into taking this timeless love story and spinning it into the modern relatable story? Can you tell us a little bit about that process?
I worked with two screenwriters by the name of Mike Elliott and Corey Tynan. They're a writing duo, and we three of us just got together and we started talking about the idea and how could it work and what could it be and how could we update it and what would this look like and what would that look like. And so it was just a process of us trying to figure it out. And there wasn't necessarily a science to it. It was just like, okay, when you go back to the scripture, here's what would Moab look like? What would, Bethlehem look like? What would, this, and we just started to just ideate and to create. And, that just led us down a very organic path. And I think that got us to a place where anybody who sees the film will see the parallels to the original story, and also hopefully will appreciate some of the creative license we took as well.
Now, one thing I love about it is that, I'm a huge fan of music. That's one of the big things that we do here at today's Christian Entertainment and Kingdom Builder is we do focus on a lot of music. So there are also some powerful musical features in this, especially a cameo by a well-known producer and artist by the name of Babyface. Got an original song, Faithful, in there, as well as and I know there's a cover of Goodness of God that's also in the film. How do those songs work with the story to enhance the spiritual and emotional resonance?
Yeah, I love music in movies. It's one of my favorite things to watch when it's done well, and it's one of my favorite things to do. And so with this film, Ruth is a musician. She's an artist. She's a singer, and she's on a journey. She's on a musical journey as much as she's on an emotional journey. And so I wanted music to be a big part of her journey and our experience with Ruth. So you see her, sing a number of different songs in the movie. And also, she is on a spiritual journey as well, because at the beginning of the film, she leaves the group that she's in. She feels like God is calling her in a different direction. And so you begin to see, how her voice and the types of songs that she does changes during the course of the film. And it was important. It was important to use music as one of the colors to paint this amazing film.
Now, if there's one maybe scene or moment in the movie that you feel that particularly captured the story of the faith-filled message, what would it be and why?
To me, the ending for sure. But the other moment that comes to mind is the date night moment, where Boaz, shows humility. And that moment just, when you know what that moment is and you understand it through the lens of even what it means to be a Christian. I mean, it's a very powerful moment to me. And that's one of those that I'm most proud of. It really, really resonates with so many people that see the film and have watched the film already. And it certainly resonates with me.
Now, of course, you've got your serious aspects, the faith-based parts of the film as well. But, being it's a Hollywood set, you've got some, life in there as well and some fun. Any particular funny or unexpected moments that kind of stand out during that process?
Yeah, I mean, listen, every day was intense, but it was also fun. I mean, we shot at a real vineyard that was working while we were working. So I mean, there was one day we're shooting and people that are at the real vineyard, are eating lunch overlooking our set and clapping. And we were like, no, you can't clap because we're still shooting, so that was kind of cool. And then, we shot in real studios, we shot in real homes. I mean, it was everything you see in the film is all practical. And it was really every day was a joy to come to set. We were excited about the movie we were making. And it truly was a blessing to be able to get it all done.
Well, so there's another movie that's actually due to come out here very soon
Yeah.
that you actually star in, or well, you're in. Actually, you have a fairly decent part in it. It's the movie Soul on Fire, and you do play Nurse Roy,
Yeah.
which I won't give too much about the movie away. But John O'Leary is a good friend of us here at Kingdom Builder, and of course, that story is grounded in faith and inspiration. So, how did stepping into that role compare to producing Ruth and Boaz? Did maybe playing that character give you a different perspective on the storytelling?
What acting does for me is I think being an actor makes me a better producer. Being a producer makes me a better actor because I get a chance to experience what's happening on both sides of the camera. When you're a producer, you see everything. You can look at the monitors, you know what's happening, you know what it looks like. But when you're an actor, you don't. There are no monitors. You cannot see. All you can do is listen to what the director says, and when they tell you it's good, you just have to believe it. And so, doing both was really a great experience. And we're acting in Soul on Fire and helping bring John O'Leary's amazing true story to life under the direction of Sean McNamara, who's a close friend. It was a wonderful experience, and to play Nurse Roy, who's a character who truly. On some level has a heart of gold, who really cares so much about this kid that he's going to do what he can to make sure that this kid has a fighting chance at life. And I was excited when I read the script to play this part and to bring this part to life. And I also, understand that I'm in a very blessed position to be able to do both. And I'm extremely grateful for that.
And you do a very good job in both. So having
Thank you.
seen what I've seen so far of the movie, and of course having seen Soul on Fire, I love the moments that you're in it. And just really encouraging John to just push on. And then of course there's a scene towards the end of the movie as well, which again won't get into spoilers there. But back to Ruth and Boaz, if there was one takeaway that you would have a viewer walk away with, maybe a single thought or feeling after watching Ruth and Boaz, what would that be?
Love wins. Love wins. No matter what you go through, no matter what life throws your way, just remember that love is always the path to victory. And that is what I really want people to take away from this, that love is the most powerful force in the universe. And, may not have money, but if you got love, you have more than enough. And I want people to be reminded of that and to find more hope in the area of love. And to be encouraged, in the area of love. Because sometimes, when you're looking for a certain type of love and you don't have it, that can be discouraging. So I want people to walk away with hope in the area of love and knowing that love wins.
And again, you look at our creator who he loved us so much to do, to bring
Yeah.
his son down for us. So it's really just that story in Ruth, even though it was centuries before the story of Jesus, it still shows how, God's love, is not just through him, but also through the people he uses to serve others as well. So again, DeVon, thank you so much for just sharing these insights on Ruth and Boaz, even Soul on Fire. Of course, for those watching, listening, you can catch Ruth and Boaz on Netflix. Soul on Fire is going to be in theaters here in a couple of weeks. And any final thoughts you'd like to share with our Kingdom Builder audience before we go today?
No, just thank you so much for having me, and just excited about Ruth and Boaz and Soul on Fire, and excited for everyone to watch both.
For everyone watching and listening, be sure to check out those links in the description for more on Netflix's Ruth and Boaz. And hey, if you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, share, and comment below. And as always, this is Mike Laxton reminding you to keep Christ first in your lives, and everything else will fall into place.